here I am today, okay, and God bless you all. I want to say that 2 weeks ago, we basically did something a little different, a little out of the norm, but still within kingdom principles, and that is we talked about the governmental structure, and partly that what I talked about was about the Republican platform that myself and Rachel Kemp did, who did a splendid job in really talking about the Republican platform and what it represents to us as a people. We talked about the welfare system and that it needed to be overhauled and so forth, and we talked about the EBT problem with those cards where people are able to go and do their nails and buy different things that they shouldn't be buying because they should be buying food, okay? And just the next week after that, there was a scandal that broke loose in Massachusetts where people were using the EBT cards very, very much, where $28 million had been used up. In a government where we have no money, then we have $28 million being used fraudulently by people in our society. You know, that's really a criminal. It is really criminal. And one of the persons that I saw who had an EBT card, he had 127 cards, EBT cards. And every time he said that he lost it or he or she lost it, they would send out, without even questioning this man, you know, where's your card? And he had 127 EBT cards. That's outrageous. What are we doing? What is the government doing to kind of stop all this fraudulent that's going on within the welfare system? Because we don't mind giving money, and I think that anybody who's poor and who needs it for a certain amount of time needs to be able to have access to that, but not to fraudulently $28 million worth of money that was gone. And Medco, who wants $1 million on their line item, was being denied. And they're doing such a wonderful service for our community where they're sending kids into different sections of Massachusetts, and they're able to go to different places such as Concord, Carlisle, Framingham, Foxborough, just a whole bunch of other places where they get such a different type of education than is in the Boston public school system. And so therefore they're being denied $1 million because $28 million is being funded somewhere else where it could be where it's needed. So we need to really rethink what we're doing and try to work on that again. We also talked about the schools, you know, the choice that people should have. You know, charter schools, they're trying to shut down and put a cap on charter schools. And so we're saying no to that. You know, charter schools are something that will help make the Boston public schools better, because if you see someone doing something good, you're going to want to get better at what you're doing, okay? So we want to say no to that, and we want to say yes to more things in terms of we want to see more people, you know, if you want to do schools, homeschooling, whatever types of things you need to be doing, you should be able to do what you want to do to make sure that your children get a better education. And so that's what we're all about, is making sure that we know and that we're not being led around like, you know, fools, like robots, you know, and basically that's what happens in our society. If you don't question anything, if you don't know how to analyze or critical thinking, you know, you just go in and you rote and you follow whatever anyone says. So we don't want to see that in our system. We want to see where people are able to ask questions and be intelligent about what they think, okay, and make good decisions in relationship to that. Also, we talked about the prison system and so forth, and basically how can we make a better system, okay? So we want to make sure that you're able to hear what the platform is all about. The platform really is about trying to make changes, make better changes within our society so that people can live a better life. And again, we don't want to give you a hand out, we want to give you a hand up. And a hand up just basically says that, you know, here's something, and we can do this for you right now at this particular time because you just need a little boost until you can get yourself on your feet. And it says, there's a proverb or something that says that if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. But if you give him a fish, he'll just have that one day to eat that fish, okay? So we don't want to give people that one day and to stop them from their creativity and to doing the things that they need to do. We need businesses in our communities. We need businesses in our country. We need to see a growth in our country. And everything has shifted away from the U.S. and gone to China and different areas because we're not helping people to become better stewards of what God has given them. So, that was the Republican platform, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I know a lot of people called me and said that they really enjoyed it, and we talked and had a good time about that. So I'm glad, and we will be bringing more things to you, especially knowing that this is government. This is the government here, but we also have a kingdom government, which I'll be talking about later on. But we need to be able to seize that moment